Hi, how are we doing today? Are you good? Feeling well? Feeling ready for a good session of Pilates? Good, that's what I want to hear. So we are focusing on the core in this session of Pilates. Mobilize, warm up the joints, warm up the body, move through the midsection, connect with the deep abdominals, connect with the back, get the core involved in the pelvic floor and get everything moving and functional. And then we're going to really focus on the core, some deep core breathing, deep core exercises, and rectus abdominis exercises, so the more superficial core muscles as well. So as long as you are feeling fit and well and able to do so, let's get cracking. We always start off getting on neutral spine, so we start off in the optimal position before we progress and work into the main segment of the workout. So find your hip bones, take a look down, make sure the knees and the ankles are directly underneath the hips, little bend in the knees, wrap your hands around your pelvis and let's rock the pelvis forward and back. So we need to have good range of movement around the pelvis, around the back. A lot of the time we can get stuck in a bit of a kyphotic stance, a bit of lordotic stance, or a bit of a sway back. We get quite stuck in the lower back, we get stuck in our ways, so we need to be moving through the lower back to engage the pelvic floor and to engage the deep abdominals as well. So what I want you to do now is close your eyes, and as you exhale, think about shortening the area from the pubis to your ribs. Exhale as you do that, inhale as you expand. Exhale, inhale. Now as we exhale, we do a natural pelvic floor contraction, so the pelvic floor naturally contracts and lifts. Diaphragm helps to expel the air from the lungs, and we get that natural 360 contraction around the midsection. So it's like a corset effect. So pelvic floor diaphragm lift as that corset effect comes in as we exhale. So let's utilize that natural contraction with exertion. So as we exhale, we exert, and as we inhale, we prepare. This is typically how we execute our exercises. So hopefully we're getting a little bit more range of movement around there. Let's bring the hands to the rib cage, circle one way and then circle the other way. So we are still from the mid-thoracic region of the back of the spine, and then we're mobilizing more through the thoracolumbar and through the sacrum, sacroiliac, and through the hips. And how does that feel so far? Do you find it sticks one way? Is it easy, free flowing both ways, or a bit stuck? One more each way. Let's get a lateral shift of the pelvis. Lengthen out through the legs. All 3 points of your pelvis looking forward. Take a breath in, lift. Exhale, open the chest. Hands again on the rib cage. Keep one foot on the floor and shorten your obliques on one side at a time. So we're getting that lateral shift in the pelvis. It's not a fixed joint. We have got ligaments attaching, and there are different segments of the pelvis, and we need them to be able to shift a little bit, not too much because they're ligament to ligament. So we don't need it to shift too much, but we need a little bit of movement to allow us to be able to walk. And how does that feel now? Feel a bit strange? So we drive one foot to the floor as we lift the other side. Again, rib cage, level. Couple more. And last one. Staying on our neutral position, take a big breath in, lift, circle up through the arms. Drop the arms down, drop the head around the shoulders, allow the arms to dangle, and we unravel the spine, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down. Get as low down as you feel comfortable to do so. Bend the knees if you need to. If you bend one knee, you need to bend both so they are symmetrical. On the way back up, again, bend the knees if you need to, a little bit more, roll up, and think about restacking each vertebra one at a time on top of each other. Pelvis in neutral. Circle up, take a big breath in, exhale, drop down. So as we drop down, we are thinking about bringing the spine, arching the spine out, getting that curvature through the spine, roll back up again, all the way up, exhale, come back down. Think about getting the abdominals close to the spine. So we're not sucking in, but we are mimicking with the abdominals what the back is doing. And roll up. One more time, reach all the way up. And all the way down. big circles with the arms. And roll back up. So let's get into this, shall we? Feet underneath the hips. Pull up through the pelvic floor. Think about closing off the pubis to the coccyx. As we exhale, pull together and exhale to lift. So we sink down, exhale to lift. Bring one knee up as we reach the arms up, and again on the other side. So we exhale to lift. Again, always exhaling on exertion, which is typically away from gravity. Now when we are coming here, we need to be thinking about neutral. So we're not coming to sticking the bum out and then bringing the knee up. We're in neutral, lifting up through the chest, looking above our horizon with the eye line. Look above the horizon, then bring the knee up. So we're working a bit more into the hip flexors and deep abdominals. So let's add in. We reach up, open, close, bring it back down. We squat, circle up, open, close. Again, always still thinking about what's happening in this midsection here. Now, of course, if you find this quite tricky, you can be near a wall. You can hold on to the wall if need be to help you with this. We're going to exhale as we lift. So we're going to have a little change coming up again. So we do this side, and now we're going to be adding in an oblique knee. So we come into our squat, we come up, open, hands by the ears, bring the elbow and the knee together twice, back to the center, and then back down. Think about those arm lines. So we're still using the arms. We're not just going side to side for the sake of it. We think about how we transition from one position to another. Squat down, lift up, open, hand. So this is challenging our balance, which again is great for the core. Proprioception, all the way up, open. A little bit of an unbalance there. Good stuff, keep it coming. All the way up, open. Ooh. All right, one more on the other side. Open, hands by the ears, 2 knees here. Bring it back to the center. Circle down, drop the head around the shoulders, let's roll down. Have a break, just rolling down through the back. Feel that. And then at the bottom, imagine your upper body is like an elephant's trunk and we're just swaying side to side. Feeling that freedom in the back. Good stuff. In your own time, roll all the way back up. Up to the ceiling, big stretch. So it's coming to a little back extension. Pelvis that drives into neutral. Arms up, push the arms back so they go behind your ears, then look up to the ceiling. So a little bit of a baby back bend, wherever feels good for you. Upright the torso, circle the arms. Now come to the back of the mat, we're coming down. Roll all the way down. Doesn't that feel great in your lower back, glutes, hamstrings, particularly if you work driving a lot or if you sit behind a desk? Good to get everything mobile and moving. Walk forward into down dog. Let's have a pedal push here. So alternating heel digs. Now whilst we're in down dog, think about your palms of your hands as suction cups on the floor. Spread the fingers to disperse the weight. So we're not actually putting any weight really through the fingers. It's all through the palms and through the heels of the hands. And then we come into full down dog. Whilst we're here, drive the heart towards the shins, elongate your neck so your head drops away from the shoulders, drive the heels towards the floor and heart towards the shins. Doesn't that feel fantastic? Roll through the spine up onto all fours, arch out through the back and sit back into child's pose. Relax your wrists. You can circle out through the wrists. So we're going to be doing 4-point kneeling work now. All right, up we come, onto all fours. Now, in all fours, we're not pushing back into the legs, and we're having the hands under the shoulders, knees under hips, retract through the shoulder blades, drive forward. So you're going to feel like you're pushing your shoulders over your hands, whereas in actual fact, we are loaded and stacked. Elbows lengthened, and from here, opposite arm to leg extends, abduct, bring it back to the center, bring it down. Let's do the same on the other side. Extend, abduct, center, bring it back down. Now, arch out through the back, roll up. So we're still in kneeling, knees are hip distance apart. Drive into neutral, shoulders up, chest up, and lean back twice. Now the abdominals are very much kicking in here. We roll back down, come back into 4-point kneeling. Again, load up, set our foundations before we go anywhere. Opposite arm to leg, abduct, center and down. Take your time. Exhaling on exertion. So we exhale when we're working. Roll up through the spine, pelvic floor pull. The pelvic floor, the pubis, coccyx, drive together and lift. Exhale, lean back. We do that again. We lean back. We roll down and we go again. So opposite arm to leg, abduct, center and down. Torso stays still as we do the abduction, center and down. It's just the arm and the leg that abduct. Challenging through the core having to balance. If we want to progress here, we reach the arms up over the head as we lean back. There we go. Lengthen out through those arms. So we don't want to bend the elbows. Arms are lengthened at all times here. And as we go into our opposite arm to leg swim and abduction, you're extending out through the arm, through the leg as much as possible. Trying to create as much distance between the fingertips and the tips of the toes as possible. Now we're starting to feel this now. The distance between the rib cage and the pelvis as we do the lean back does not change. We keep it exactly as it is. Wonderful, roll up. Again, squeeze through the glutes, pelvic floor pull, exhale. And take your time with it, we don't rush. Deep into the core. All right, one more time through. The arm to leg, abduct, bring it down. How are we feeling so far? Feeling strong, feeling good? Lean back. How far can you lean back without compromising your technique? Fantastic. Roll down and into child's pose. Again, have a breather. Have a moment. Take your time. We then extend the arms forward onto your front. Extend that left arm a little bit more and roll over onto your left side. So again, really emphasising the core, what we're going on here. So bend the knees initially, relax the head down, and this is where we're going. So we want the core to be able to deal with balance. So let's extend out through the legs. As you exhale, pelvic floor pull, have the sensation of lifting your waist away from the floor. Arm over the head. If you really, really need to, you can drop the bottom leg to the floor and bend it. Here we go. So 2 oblique knees. And let's work on that core strength. If you've bent the bottom knee, extend it and we come into 4 scissors. We go again. Arm reaches over the head. Elbow to knee. 2 oblique crunches. And then 4 scissors. Go again. So remember that exhale and exertion. I know it feels like you want to push your abdominals forward and push them out. Actually, we're going to get more benefits. We're going to get more results, more out of it by exhaling before we even move. So exhale, establish that, and get your obliques working. All right, we are halfway through this one. So we're going to go again this time. Option. You go for the toes. Take your time with it. We don't rush. And then our scissors. So we're going to do this 3 more times. Again, you can go for the toes or elbow to knee. Feeling this now. You're getting that burn in the obliques, in the abdominals. Abdominals are having to work very hard right now to maintain balance, so we don't fall forward or fall back. We're getting that nice burn in the hips as well. Lovely. All right, bring those legs up. Where you feel that burn in the hip, give it a little rub, a little pat. Ease it off. And then you can either leave your arm where it is, relax your head down, cradle, or bring the arm laterally forward and come into open closed door. So in open closed door, we close the heart and then we open the heart up to the ceiling. Close and then open. As we open up the door and open up the heart, we drop out through the hip a little bit more, creating more space between the rib cage and the hip. Relaxing through the neck and making sure the head is fully supported. And again, this is just a bit of R&R for you in between. But not for too long, because this is only a 30-minute session. So we're not going to spend too long here. All right, one more. Good stuff. Let's roll over onto our backs. Take a full body stretch whilst we're here. And then bend your knees. So again, delving deep into the core here now. Hands are by the ears, elbows are on the floor. One foot stays on the floor, so we're going to keep the right foot on the floor and bring the left leg up and bring the right elbow to the left knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. We then do the other side. The opposite elbow and the opposite foot stay on the floor for each side. We then bring the legs up into tabletop, hands into knees, knees into hands, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. We then bring it all down. Hands by the ears again. So we're getting the contraction work, deep abdominals, and the more superficial rectus abdominals here, obliques as well. Swap sides, 4 on the other side. And then we come up into tabletop, utilising the deeper lower abdominals, hands on the knees, so we don't want them too far up. The knees need to be above the hips and hands on them. Hands drive into the knees into hips, shoulders away from the ears. We hold for 4 counts, not pushing the belly up to the ceiling, we're driving, pushing down, drawing up through the pelvic floor and not pushing down on it. Let's go again. So we're getting that isometric hold as well as the active contraction work. So we do 4 each side and then 4 counts for our isometric hold. Doesn't that feel fantastic? Really starting to feel now. So we can progress this. We stick with our 4 each side to begin with. And then we are going to progress our isometric hold. We are doing an add-in. So you can stay with this option 1 or we can progress. So we hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and extend the legs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then bring the legs back down. Hands by the ears. Reset and we go again. This is a lot of work for the deep abdominals. And again. If we exhale an exertion, so we exhale as we bring the elbow to and knee to meet. Head stays down, shoulders away from the ears, bring the legs up into tabletop, hold for 4 counts, pressing into one another, and then option, go back to the beginning or add in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Let's go again. So we've got one more progression to do, and it's up to you if you want to include it. So here is our next progression. So we do our isometric hold, 4, 3, and then we progress the next isometric hold. Reach the arms over the head, 4, 3, 2, 1, then bring it all down. All right, let's go again. I know you're feeling this now, which is what we need to be happening. We need to be feeling it. We push the abdominals, push them hard. Challenge them to create that change. 4 counts isometric, and then up to you if you include the extended. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all down. Right, 2 more times through. If you've remained with option 1, you could probably fit another 3 in. So we've got our 4 each side. Hands up, knees meet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Last time through. If you're not quite going at the same pace as I am, make sure you complete the last time through. This is the last one. Isometric hold number 1 for 4, 3, 2, 1. Isometric hold 2. Wonderful. Bring the knees in. Have a little rock and roll side to side. Woo! Well done. Take a full body stretch. Just allow those abdominals to ease off for just a moment. They've been working very, very hard, but we need to get onto the other side as well. So roll over onto your right side. I need to sit up and turn around so you can see me. So we lie on our right side, extend the legs. So again, you can drop the bottom leg down if that's better for you. And then when we do the scissors, you add the extended leg. So leg extended, both legs, arm up over the head, elbow to knee, twice, 4 scissors. Let's go again. Exhale on exertion. And scissor. So how much is that core having to kick in to keep you balanced and stop you from wavering and falling as we are doing those scissors? And bear in mind, we want to be having the leg going as far back as it does forward. Okay, so this marks halfway through. This is number 4. Option, you stay with the elbow to knee, or you come with me and you go for the toe and finger reach. Hand in front for the scissors. Hips are still stacked. Reach up over the head again. I know the core is really feeling this now. Two more times through. Take your time. We're not rushing this. That pelvic floor, pull deep abdominal brace. Right, one more time through. Here we go. And again, 4, 3, 2, 1, and finish on this side. Bring the knees up, give the hips a little rub, a little pat. Ease off into the hips. So that left arm, we can reach it forward, open up, and then close. So you can keep your right arm where it is, you can cradle your head or reach your arm forward. Just so long as we open the door, we're encouraging that length between the rib cage and the pelvis. And enjoy your open closed door. Just enjoy that movement because it feels wonderful. Alright, we're just going to do a couple more. Alright then, close the door. From your side, come up to seated, soles of the feet together. We've got a couple more challenges just to finish off this Pilates session, this deep core Pilates session. We're going to do 2 30-second teaser holds. It's up to you which version of teaser you do. So these are our options. Hands hooked behind the knees, feet are flat on the floor, and lean back until the arms are extended. Now we lean back, keep leaning back until the feet leave the floor with the arms extended. We don't pull the knees into the chest. We are here. So that's option 1. Option 2 is releasing. 3 is up here, and 4 is here. So it's up to you which one we do. We're doing 30 seconds each one. So let's lean back, that pelvic floor pull, lower abdominal brace, pull back, and let's go. 30 seconds on the clock. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Over here or here, up to you. The juddering in the abdominals, that is wonderful. It shows that we are challenged. It shows that we are strong. It shows that we are working and challenging those muscles. So the juddering is brilliant. We just don't want to push down on the pelvic floor. We're pulling up and closing off the abdominals. 3, 2, 1. Right, soles of the feet together. Arch out through the back, drop down. We've got a few more seconds and then we're going to do that once more. Alright then, one more time. Sit back, hook your hands behind, let's get set up, and we're going again in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Teaser, hold. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Use the lats to pull the shoulders down. Enjoy this hold. And yes, judder, very, very good. We want the juddering. We've got 10 seconds remaining. Can you go a little bit further? So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soles of the feet together. Good stuff. Well done. How do you feel after that? Abdominals feel good, yeah? All right. Here we go. Have your legs extended. Inner thighs are pushing towards each other, but not the knees. Arch out through the back and think about your sacrum. We're trying to roll onto each part of the sacrum. Rolling all the way down, taking a full body stretch. Taking the arms wide, bending the knees. Lifting the heels off the floor. And pressing the lower back towards the ground, arms wide. Let's drop the knees side to side. So we're using this just as an active stretch. Again, each time we drop the legs out to the side, we're looking to increase that distance between the hip and the rib as well. Good stuff. Ease off through your back. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel free to close your eyes. Bring the knees to the center, soles of the feet together, and open the knees. We're into supine butterfly. We're just going to take a few moments to reflect, to be still, to be peaceful. to think about what we've accomplished in this session and how we're going to progress and move forward, what our intentions were for this session and how we utilise those going forward for our practice. So you take a deep breath in through the nose and slowly out. We utilise the relaxation breath. So we've switched from the purposeful breathing, where we exert, to relaxing. Each inhale, you feel your abdominals allow that breath to come in. You feel your belly rise. And as you exhale, everything falls and becomes a little softer. You think about the impact that this session has had on your abdominals and the strength you'll gain from this session. I'd like you to reflect upon how you felt during this session and how you feel now that you've accomplished it. These are the feelings we want to hold on to. In times where we're not feeling great, in times that we may feel a bit down about ourselves, bring your attention to your accomplishments, to know that you can achieve things. Whether you deem them as small, it's still an achievement. And collecting those achievements drives us forward, helps us to progress and gives us a purpose. Bear that in mind and hold it in your thoughts. As we exhale, we close the knees. And we bring the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around them and rock and roll side to side. And then we come up to seated. Either go onto your side or roll straight up into seated. Legs are partially crossed and we come into our lateral flexion. As we wind down and come out of our session. We come into rotations, again reminding the spine what it's capable of, and reminding the body how we want to move, that fluid movement. We then bring the hands forward onto all fours, roll through the spine one way and then the other. So that big rolling out through the spine, through the vertebra. One more each side. Arch out through the back, tuck the toes and come up into down dog. We do 6 pedal pushes. Big exhale, drive down, heart towards the shins. Feel that wonderful stretch, delve deeper into it. We then walk the hands in towards the feet. Feet are hip distance. We bend the knees as much as we need to. Drop the head, dangle the arms. The knees tracking those middle 3 toes as we roll up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, one at a time. Big toes pinned to the floor to get that medial action. Pelvis into neutral, take a big breath in at the top. Exhale, arms wide, throw the arms. Take a breath in, lift up. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up, and one more, down and up and hold. Open the chest, palms up to the ceiling, and give yourself a big round of applause. Thank you very much for joining me. I really hope you thoroughly enjoyed that session. Pop me a comment below, let me know how you got on. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, join the Pilates in the Village group and get more Pilates workouts. But yes, I hope to see you again very, very soon. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.